Welcome back, guys, to another video where today I'm going to be starting a new series. I'm going to talk about random subjects while playing Minecraft. Yep. I don't know how this will go, but I see a bunch of YouTubers doing this online and it works for them, so I'm going to do the same thing. This will be a little different than normal. These videos won't be as highly edited and I won't be talking like a maniac or acting like a maniac just to be funny or entertaining. Instead, the goal is just to talk about a random subject. I already pre-planned some of it. I have like some stuff in the background. I have a notepad with stuff written down so that it's not going to be completely me guessing, if you know what I mean. Today we're going to talk about what I think about. Today we're going to talk about what I think the meaning of life is. Yep. Oh wow, that's a thing to start out with, isn't it? Oh my goodness, what type of start is that? Random subject, like I said. Bro, did I actually lose to the bot? Crap, I lost. Oh well. Yeah, so what is the meaning of life? And today I'm gonna explain what I think it is. As I said, this whole series will be about me just talking about what my opinion is most of the time. I could be wrong about certain subjects, so just keep that in mind as you watch this series. That it's just me talking with random subjects. Wait, what the heck? Who the heck's texting me in the background? Did someone actually text me right now? Oh, that's just okay. I need to turn my phone off, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna lose to the bot again because of a phone text. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I'm not fully accurate, and you can disagree with me on many of these subjects. I think so. The definition of meaning is the purpose of something, yep, or use of something. I know that sounds confusing, but it's really not that confusing. Honestly, I think there is multiple things that can determine the meaning of life. It's not just one thing. This is a open topic, so for different people, they'll have different meanings. Some people think it's to follow God and be a good person and live happily. And that's a good meaning of life. I'm not gonna lie. I, for one, think I have a little bit of a different idea, though, of what the meaning of life is. Or at least for me specifically. A lot of people think the meaning of life is happiness, which I don't think is fully accurate. I used to think that was what the meaning of life was, but my ideas of it have changed over time. Yep, I think happiness is a part of the meaning of life, but it's only a small fraction of what the meaning of life actually is. I think you also need to have a purpose or a reason to exist. You know what I mean? Like a reason for wanting to live. If that reason were to vanish, then you'd feel probably worthless, useless, or like life has no meaning. A lot of people feel this way, where they're like, I feel like there is no meaning or reason for existing. A lot of people feel that way. I do not feel that way. Yeah, but I have felt like there's been a lot of meaning and reasons for living. But some people do feel that way. And sometimes I think a lot of people have felt that way temporarily in their life. Now, Now, I used to think I wanted to become a welder. Someone who basically melts metal together with an electrical tool. Yep, you use an electrical tool and you melt metal together. And that's what I thought I was gonna become when I was ready to go to like a training program for it for a couple months and then go into that field and stuff like that. That was like the idea because I didn't want to pay for an expensive college. But it changed. My parents were in a pickle and they just decided to put me in college with my sister for a basic art degree at a small college, and we got financial aid for that, so I was good. It was pretty much free for me, almost. Yeah, it was almost free mostly, so that was good, and I learned a lot of useful stuff there. So I'm not going to say it was completely useless, but it also taught me that I did not want to become a welder. No, I'm not serious. I actually determined I did not want to become a welder because the smoke. It's that simple. The smoke gives a lot of them cancer, and it's also very dangerous. Who would have guessed that working with an electrical tool that shoots electricity is dangerous? That can melt metal. And that's the reason why I decided I don't want to do that. And after I got out of that 2-year college for that basic degree in general arts, which basically means just general stuff, it's not actual art, it's just general stuff mostly, general classes and a lot of different things. The experience that I got at that college was very valuable, by the way. It was actually really good that I went there. Now, do I recommend it for most people? Sadly, I wish people could have that experience, but for most people, they don't have parents that will pay all the bills. So for most people, it's not possible to go to college. Also, the fact that most colleges are just extremely expensive. So I got an experience that most people will not get. And that's pretty sad, because college was a very valuable thing in learning about the meaning of life or purpose of and how different things work. A lot of basic stuff that the school system I feel like should have taught you in general education, but it just didn't. General education sucked, but college itself was pretty good. It taught me a lot of valuable stuff. It's just a sad thing that is blocked behind the $10,000, which is how much it probably would have costed, $10,000 to $40,000 for most people. Not even counting the living cost. That's just counting how much it costs for the college stuff. So it's kind of sad that most people don't get that experience of that amazing education level that I received because of financial aid that paid for it fully. Or the majority of it. Like I said, I did not have to pay much for it. I was pretty lucky with that. And I live in a system in America where that happened to me. Yeah, that was given to me. And I'm pretty happy about that. And lucky. Bro. Come on, man, I can't let this dude beat me. Yes! I beat him! Get out of here, lame-o! Well, I created a purpose for myself after I got out of college, and that was to be a video editor. Yep, I started editing on CapCut, and I loved doing it. I loved editing gaming videos. I was pretty bad at it, I'm not gonna lie, and I still am pretty bad at it. As I said, I'm not very good at it, but I'm still practicing, and yeah. I started editing videos, and it was pretty fun. It was something I enjoyed doing, and it created meaning for me for 2 years after I got out of college. Yep, And I've been doing that up until now. And now I want to go into college again for something in video editing. A college degree in film and editing. That's the degree. I don't fully know the exact name, but something like that. And it will basically teach me a bunch about editing and video production. Yep. No, bruh. I will say this, though. Even though I'm absolute garbage at making videos and editing them, I work really hard on it. Yep. I've made over hundreds of videos on YouTube, and yeah, I've edited hundreds of videos. It can be very disappointing when you work so hard on the purpose that you decide to do, and then people just don't like it. The work you create, you spend like 10 to 20 hours on a video editing it, and then post it, and then people just don't like it. You get 0 views on your YouTube video that you worked hard on editing, and it can be very disappointing. But nonetheless, I still continue. I continue editing and making videos over and over and over and over. I spent over thousands of hours editing videos, and I'll keep working hard on it. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, I'll still keep trying. It's good to have a hobby and be doing something so that you have a meaning in life. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. Oh, bruh, I'm so bad. Yes, one thing that I will say is, over time, I started to get better at video editing. I mean, I'm still pretty bad at it. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm like this super good editor. No, I'm still pretty bad at making videos. I'm not gonna lie about that. I would still call myself an amateur when it comes to video editing. But I'm getting better at it. Yeah, if you try hard at something, it will eventually pay off. You'll eventually become better at it. Now, I'm not gonna promise you'll become, how do I put it? You'll become the best in the world or become expert level at something. Even if you try really hard at something, a lot of times you'll still fail. You'll still end up creating something that isn't the best of the best, if you get what I mean. But even so, if you try hard at something, you'll eventually get better at it. Even if it's not up to a certain standard, it's still better than what it was before, because you put your hard work into something and it paid off. You got results. Now, you might have not gotten really good results, but the results are nonetheless better than before you started, if you get what I mean. And that can be quite satisfying. It can be satisfying to work on a video and then get better at making videos over time, even if it's a really slight, tiny change. It's not going to be like some fast thing where you work on the thing that you work hard on and you get better right away. No, you won't see dramatic growth. You'll see a slow curve. It'll be like slow improvements where it takes a ridiculous amount of time to get slightly better at something. This is how it works most of the time. And it can be quite disappointing. Bruh, this is the worst NPC. How's he so good? I swear this guy has no chill. And he's extremely good at this. Like, this is supposed to be the worst bot. Like, this game is broken. I've played against real people and they're not this fast. The bots need to chill out. Wow, I'm so bad. So yeah, so I think that's slightly what I think that's what the purpose of life is. You just work hard and you choose a purpose for yourself. And this purpose will bring you happiness over time. Because you can see tiny growth. That tiny growth is enough. It's why you work so hard. You know what I mean? It's so that you can improve and get better at something. It's so that you can create something or get better at what you're doing. And if you work hard, it will eventually pay off. I'm not going to say it will turn into a full career or it will pay you a lot of money, because a lot of time it probably won't. Instead, it will be more like a hobby where you try hard on something, you start liking to do it, and you become better at it slightly. But if you work hard enough at something, you might actually make it. You might actually become really good at it. You might get money from your hobby. And that would be nice. But that is only for the top % of people, and you need to remember that. Instead, you should work hard and try your best to do something. And it's better to increase your odds to get, you know what I mean? I want to become a video editor, so to increase my odds of doing that, I need to edit hundreds of videos, if not thousands of them. By doing that, I increase my odds of being better than the average person at it. And that's what it takes. And not only that, you have to learn a lot. I have to learn a lot about videos, about viewers and what they like to watch, about what things look good on an image and camera, and when making videos, what works and what doesn't. I mostly edit gaming videos, but still, nonetheless, I enjoy it a lot of the time. It's pretty fun. I can spend hours, if not an entire day, editing without getting off. And that's how you know when you've gotten a purpose, is when you can spend hours on something and you don't even realize you're spending your time on it, if you know what I mean. You don't even look up and stop doing it. Now, sometimes with your hobbies, sometimes you just don't feel it. You know what I mean? It's really difficult. Your hobby is hard and you just don't feel like doing it. That's okay. Sometimes you need a break from the things you love. Bro, look at him! He's a ninja! What's he doing? Bro, what was that? Oh my goodness, you should... Bro, how am I supposed to get down there? Okay. Bro, he's literally a ninja. Look how far he is already. Bro, I had my thing on the shift button, and the shift button just stopped pressing. Yeah, okay. So I recommend you create purpose in your life. You find something that you like doing and you work hard on it, even if it leads nowhere. Because it's better to have meaning in your life and to do things that you can like to do, that you love to do. Yeah, that's what I will leave off with. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, leave a like and subscribe, and tell me if you want more videos like this, where I just talk about a random subject and give my thoughts on it. Well, have a good day, and bye! Purpose, purpose, purpose. Purpose, purpose, purpose. Sometimes you gotta change your purpose in life. Sometimes you gotta change what you do. Sometimes you work so hard and it means failure. But that's fine. It's a part of the process. It's part of the satisfaction when you finally overcome the failures and you become better than your failures. You no longer fail as much, or you become better at something. It's because you worked hard on it. You worked hard. It takes hard work to become better at stuff. Even if you're talented, you would still need to work really hard. What, you think the talented people spend only 1 hour doing their hobby? No, they spend their entire lives doing it. They work at it. They keep chipping at it slowly and with tiny improvements. They keep working even when it means improving hardly at all. They're not improving, but they still work hard at it. They continue even if they see no improvement, no success, nothing from it. They'll keep working. And that's what makes them different than the average person. That's what makes them thrive. It's what makes it their purpose in life. Even if they don't even improve at all, they'll keep trying over and over, and they'll find happiness from it. And that's the main thing. The main thing isn't to improve, isn't to become better, but the main thing is to keep trying and keep doing something, and and start liking the thing that you did. That's what's important. Bro, that was